Now, a CBS News investigation. Last week, General Motors said it was recalling more than 700,000 vehicles because of a problem with the ignition switch. GM said 6 people had been killed in accidents. But tonight, we've learned that GM's recall is coming 10 years after the defect was first discovered and 7 years after people began to die. Jeff Glore is looking into this.
Switch the car off. Now, in a letter sent to the Department of Transportation by the family of another person who died in a Cobalt, a 29-year-old nurse in Georgia named Brooke Melton, lawyers charge GM knew about the ignition defect in 2004. A service bulletin was posted to dealers by GM in 2005 in case customers complained, saying there's the potential for the driver to inadvertently turn off the ignition. The concern is more likely to occur if the driver is short and has a large and/or heavy keychain. But the cars kept being manufactured without a fix, and none were called back. Joan Claybrook is the former head of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is an immoral act by General Motors to cover up this defect, not tell people, and then the result was inevitable that people were going to die and be injured.
I was a recall coordinator. My job was to apply the formula. A new car built by my company leaves somewhere traveling at 60 miles per hour. The rear differential locks up. The car crashed. Should we initiate a recall? Take the number of vehicles in the field, A, multiply it by the probable rate of failure, B, then multiply the result by the average out-of-court settlement, C. A times B times C equals X. If X is less than the cost of a recall, we don't do one.
We asked GM for a comment on camera. They declined. When we asked last week why the recall wasn't issued a decade ago, they told us the incident rate was very low with no growing trend. They added today, the safety of our customers is paramount. Given our present understanding of the 2005 to 2007 Cobalt ignition switch torque capabilities, we have announced a recall.
Scott, the company stopped making the Cobalt in 2010, but there are still more than 500,000 Cobalts on the road today.
Are there a lot of these kinds of accidents?
You wouldn't believe